Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I am running a little late today, but today's guest is Big Slack. So Big Slack is on Instagram. His name is the Showstopper. He is the oldest big rim racer. The oldest big rim racer. He is out of Texas, out of Dallas, Texas. And I just talked to him a few minutes ago, so he should be joining in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and pull him on. While we wait for him to get on, if you would like to sponsor any episodes of Rise and Vibes, feel free to reach out to me and we'll talk about how you can become a sponsor of the show. Also, make sure that if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, you go click the link and do so right now. So I should have Big Slack on in just a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, I'm running just a few minutes late because now the show starts at 9:30. But I'm gonna go ahead and send him a request. And I'm excited to talk to him though, because like I said, he is the oldest. Hey, sir, you gotta flip the
How you
camera
doing?
around. Hit the little
Oh,
arrow
okay.
and flip the camera around.
Look, I don't know how to do it.
It's just a little,
Okay,
it's
I
two
got,
circles. Oh, there you go.
I got.
All right. So thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions and then I'll get right into the fans' questions. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So tell me how you got started being into racing.
Actually, I got started back in 1978. Started out motorcycle racing at first, and then I went to cars in the same previous year, and
Right.
so
So you started off
we
motorcycle racing in 1978.
yes,
Jesus.
and before that
Listen.
I was bicycle racing for Team Swin. So we was doing like road racing on bicycles. So I did that first, and then I started racing motorcycles.
So listen, I'm not even gonna tell you how old I was when you started. When you started motorcycle racing, I'm really not gonna tell you how old I was when you started motorcycle
Oh,
racing.
look, you probably was about 5 or 6.
I was not even I was not even one
You wasn't
when you
one,
started
okay.
when you started motorcycle
Yeah.
racing. That's hilarious. So fast forward to you say you stopped. How when did you stop motorcycle racing?
Well, actually, we went to I guess in the year of 1992 because I was still doing it I was running Super Cup,
Right.
running on the NHRA circuit on motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
And in the cars, I started running NHRA. I had a front engine dragster,
Mm-hmm.
and I was started that in 1984. So I was
Right.
running front engine dragster and motorcycle in NHRA class.
So you was an
And
NHRA racer.
yeah, yeah, I bracket racing.
So fast forward to how did you get into big rim racing?
Well, actually, it was a couple of youngsters that was talking lip to me. That's Ethan and Ja'Cory Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
So they would always see me at the track, and they would always tell me, "Oh man, we're gonna bust you up. We're gonna bust you up." So I told them, "Well, I'm gonna build me a car." So I found that at Regal, and I built it in 27 days, and was at the track racing. Now,
So you
you
built
know,
the Regal in 27 days.
yeah, did everything, pulled the frame completely out, the body completely out the frame, because all the bushings, all that stuff was wore out, and had floor pans rotting out. So I did all of that. Yeah, it took me 27 days to build it, and I was at the track racing. So
So
You know,
was it fast when you first started? Did you take a lot of
no,
losses when you?
yeah, I took a whole bunch of off. All of them. Everybody with me every week. They was with me because hell, I'm still trying to apply that drag race mentality to it, trying to put a whole bunch of power and on them little street tires. You know, it wasn't holding. So it took me a while to get it figured out, but eventually I did get it figured out, and that's why you see me over there in that winter circle. And then I went to talking lip to them.
How long did it take you to get it figured out?
It was down to probably about, I figure about 8 months, really, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of hard headed, and,
Right.
and you know I didn't want to cut my power down. I want to be able to I can just run you down when I get ready and all that, but then I had to change my way of thinking and slow the car down and just get it running consistent. So that way, but then I put in a lot of passes. That was the thing too. I was at the track every week, I made a whole bunch of passes and got a whole bunch of data. And then once I did get it figured out, I just got the car where it would just run consistent. I can just come right off the trailer, and didn't have to make no shakedown. It's gonna run the same number back to back.
Right.
So that's why I tell folks, fast car may run fast, but it ain't gonna run fast long. But you'll win more races being consistent than being fast.
Right. So
hmm
you mentioned you came from motorcycle racing, then bracket racing, to now over to the big rim racing. What is your favorite type of racing?
Just straight drag racing. Which I had the other cars before the big rim. I had the 2000 model Mustang that I was drag racing, and I had a whole bunch of motor cars. I just like grudge racing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we all started back in the day street racing. Now you do a whole bunch of street racing too, and so it's just I prefer just to drag race, run what you brung, and hope you brung enough. But
Right.
we got this new generation now. They can't stand to take a loss, so and they want this internet, what you call it, this social media clout. So it don't
Right.
matter. It don't bother me to take a loss. I take a loss,
Right.
but I also get some wins out too. And the
Well,
thing, like I tell people,
go ahead.
hmm,
Go ahead.
what I like to tell folks, to be a good winner, you got to be a good loser. So when you whoop me, I got that same energy when you whoop me as when I win. You come over there, I'm expecting you to talk lip to me, and I'm gonna be ready. Because even though I got my butt whooped, I'm still gonna talk lip to you.
Right.
So it's all about fun and game to me. But the times done changed it now. So
Right.
it's not any fun me anymore. So that's why I said I'm through. It's too much politics in it.
Right. So that's what caused you to sell your big rim car?
Yeah, because I'm saying, in order for me to be competitive, now I'm gonna have to take the car and make a pro mod out of it.
Right.
And that car there was still, it was even heavier from reinforcing the chassis and all that stuff to make it work, but it wasn't cut up. Everything in it was still working. So, for me, what I don't know, people don't like to tell time, but since I'm not racing no more, it don't even matter. Even with the car just like it is, full body, it was running 570s on a
What?
good prep.
What?
But I had to be prepped. If I wasn't prepped, I was spinning, I was blowing the tires, but on a good prep, that's what the car would run. And that's basically reason why I was trying to stay there with that car because it don't look like most people didn't think, oh, it doesn't run because it don't leave hard, but it had enough on the big end to make up. Then say, oh no, well, you didn't run that fast. Well, hell, I got the time slip to prove it.
You say 570?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
and I'm saying a lot of people, the ones that do know me and know the car, then because my little group is kind of small, but the car has been there.
Right.
But that was with the 632.
Mm-hmm.
I had a smaller motor in there, which was the 468, and that motor there was consistent 630s, 620s, but that was still with it turned down. But that was consistent running there. When you were seeing me at those meets and running consistent, that's what that motor there was running. But when I
Right.
changed motors and put the big motor, the 632, that's what the car would run. But I had to pull so much power out of it, and the track had to be prepped just right. So,
Right.
I wasn't consistent with that motor as I was with the smaller motor.
So I know that when I was in Texas the last time I saw you, you expressed your disappointment with the way that the big rim with the way that the big rim racing game is going now. Can you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, basically, like I'm saying, you got the smaller class guys that got all full body cars. Everybody can't be the main attraction. Then,
Right.
you got the big guys, like you say, the Dunk Masters and CC them and all those, okay, when they come out, of course they want to be compensated and being paid to come. But people like to see them too. But really, the big cars don't really make the show. It's the smaller cars that really make the show. That they slower, but they're gonna get out there and make more passes than those bigger cars are. And they not asking to be compensated. They just want to, run. And me myself, I come to the track. I'm not trying to make a living drag racing. It's just a fun thing for me. So it costs me down to just as much to come to the track as the next man. Because you buy, say, 10 gallons of C23, I think it's around what about $24 a gallon. Okay, nitrous then went up to 80 some dollars for a 10 pound of nitrous. So we say you fill your truck up. Yeah, that's $140 to fill your truck. You bring like me myself, I only make 2 passes on a 10 pound bottle. That's it. So you know I'm going through about five bottles of nitrous. So you look at that. That's what $400 right there. $130 for your car, for your vehicle, that your tow vehicle, and then you got another $200 more maybe in food. So I'm over $600 just like and they haven't even made a pass.
Right.
So and like I said, everybody wants to be the main attraction, but everybody can't be the main attraction. I think it's all about coming out there having fun, and being able to take a loss or take a win, and then still don't get mad and want to fight and carry on. Just come out and have some fun. It's just a pastime.
But
So
here's the thing too. You can't win or lose if you don't race. And some people ain't gonna race,
that's
so they
right.
can't win or lose. And they'll
That's
hold on
right.
to
That's
a
right.
win forever.
Yeah. Yeah. If I beat a man and he won't action back, I'm gonna give him action back. If he wins, if he beats me, I'm gonna go back and ask him to get action. That's just like coming up as a kid. If we fought, we gonna fight every day. Every time I see you, we gonna fight.
Right.
But that don't mean we enemies, but we gonna fight. Because one day I'm gonna win, and that's the kind of attitude that I have. You're not gonna beat me all the time, because everybody has a season, So that's how I look at it.
Right. So
And
you selling your car just went towards the disappointment that you have in the race game now?
yeah, I'm gonna just all I want to do now is go to car shows, you
Okay.
know, and and that's it.
Right.
I come to the track to help somebody, but I really don't. I'm really not interested in racing anymore.
Right. And
I just come and
you
watch.
think also because now, like you said, people are turning their cars into pro mods in order to race, when it was just big rim racing was just that. It was pretty cars, full interior, full cars going down the track, and now you feel like they're turning all into pro mod?
Yeah, definitely. Most of everyone now that you see, that's I say the big contenders. If you take the cars apart, it's really nothing but a chassis car with all bolt on fenders, doors, and that's basically what it's getting. But so then I'm thinking, then if that's going to be the case, then those type of cars will have to be basically. I know people don't want to say it, but you still class racing. It's no just straight up grudge racing. So everybody now they want to go to a show and and run in events. So it's a class race. So if you're gonna class race, then class the cars by how they are built. If you got a chassis car with both on fiberglass and steel, then I think you should be in a heavyweight class. And then you got another car that says it's maybe all steel and with fiberglass hood, fiberglass trunk, or something like that, but still full of chip. It may come down to a middleweight class, and then you have the another cars. The people cars are just music, everything's in it, just like a factory car. Then those could be in a lightweight class. But of course, everybody is gonna find a way, even if they're in a lightweight class car, he could still be down on a pro mod because the Joker's gonna find a way to cheat. Because right now we got a bunch of 3D machines now, so you can take these chassis cars and build you a plastic frame and glue it back together and put around that tube chassis, and it still looks like a stock car. It's ways to do it. Because hell, I've done it before, so there's ways to do it.
Right.
But and then most of the guys now, everybody can't build their own car, so they have to go to shops. So now these people, some shops, I'm not saying your work is not, don't get paid for what you're doing, but some people are charging outrageous prices for work that's, then once you look at it, they say it's substandard for what they charge, but the person don't know any better, then they think that they're getting a good deal, but they're really not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Me, myself, I did.
Go ahead.
Okay, I said, me, myself, I did my own work. Paint, body, chassis, motor, transmission. I would have to send it my block for machine work, boring and stuff like that. But as far as all my transmission, I built my own transmission. I did my own body work, own chassis work. I do my own heads and stuff like that. I just have to send the block for the machine. So basically, I do that as far as when I used to have to get people to do work for me, I was getting messed over so much. So I said, well, if they messing it up, I can mess it up myself. So that's how I learned to do it. Is, build it on my own. That way I can keep all my secrets to myself.
So you built that fast car in 27 days all by yourself?
Well, I had my youngsters come by, my son, his friends, come because, I can't do too much. He said, look, I'm old now. I can't do too much lifting and picking up. So that heavy stuff I had, but majority of it, I was here by myself, in the garage doing it here at the house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So do you ever think you would build another big rim car and come back?
If they come up with a lightweight class for the show cars,
right?
Yeah, I got one that I'm gonna bring out.
Oh, you already got one?
Yeah, I got one. It has to be a show car class because I got a rivalry that I got to ask you, and you know who he is.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't want to call his name. I don't know if he's on here or not, but he's from I think that's what they call it. Okay, I think he's from Oklahoma. Somewhere
Oklahoma,
up there.
Yeah, he's from Oklahoma. I don't see him on here.
Yeah. He got a pretty car. It's slow, but it's pretty. So that's who I'll be looking for. Mm-hmm.
So
I told him, yeah.
What's one of the things that you wish you could change? And one of the things that you wish you could change and would not have made you sell your big rim car?
I wish that at the time when I was building it, that I knew that the big rim racing was going to turn the way that it did, and I wouldn't have built that car. I would have kept my 2000 model Mustang and turned it and put some rims on it. because
Mm,
that way I'd be in the same class with everybody else.
right.
They had they got a chassis car. I got a chassis car. Just put big rims on it. So when I sold it, I was thinking, well, I built a big rim car, because it was, gonna be something fun to do. And then I was trying to hang with, like I say, with the youngsters, to give me something to do and come out to, the track to have some fun. Because my son, he races, so I was trying to hang around with him more because that's what he does. He wants to be, the big rim racing. So things kind of change. So it is what it is.
Right. So now you go to the track and just help them with their cars?
Mm, Yeah, I got a few guys that I go out there and help, but I really don't care to go to the track that much anymore.
Dang,
So, when
they made you want to stop messing with the track altogether. Now that's crazy.
yeah, yeah, I'm saying it's just not fun anymore. So I don't really care to go anymore. I didn't ever think it would be a day that I would say that, but I really don't care about it anymore.
You,
I don't
you
even
know
look
what I
at it
was?
on live or anything.
You don't look at it on live either.
No, no, I don't care nothing about the track.
So you know what I was telling somebody probably this must have been about 2, 3 weeks ago. You remember back in like 2016, 17, even 18 and 19. I feel like it was just fun. It was fun for us to go to the track. It was fun for us to. For me, it felt like you remember how like you used to feel on the first day of school, like you was gonna see all your friends and you was gonna have a good time. It's gonna be hot out there, but we're just gonna have us a good old time.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
feel that. I'm with you. I really don't feel that anymore.
No, 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 because I'm saying it's just I know but I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but it's this new generation,
You
and
can say what you
you know,
want to say. You can say what you want to say.
nah, I may hate their feelings because they don't, these people they get in their feelings, but I just say bunch of these guys around here I'm gonna call them tender, you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they got more well how should I say that femininity in them than masculinity. So you know I'm gonna say it and they say and I'm gonna stand on it and they can take it any way that they want to
Right.
and I
So
meant
so it's
what
a
I
whole.
said.
So it's pretty much giving 16 girls at this point.
Yeah, 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 pretty much. Cause they is gossiping and carrying on behind the scenes and going on, and that's what they acting like. And I just choose not to be part of it.
Hmm.
I
So
see.
at this so at
Oh,
this
I thought
point
that
you
was
just
muscle car.
so you at this point you just don't have no desire to come back.
No, not spending
Mm.
my money. Somebody else can spend their money and want me to come help them. I do that, but I'm not spending my money.
So since we now know you built that fast big rim car in 27 days, are you open to building other people's cars at this point?
Nope, nope. I don't want. Nope. I don't want. I don't want to work on. I don't want to do nothing.
Mm.
Here, a bunch of folks ask me, want me to build it, but build cars for them, but I don't. I don't want to do it. No.
They just took
'Cause,
the fight out of you.
yeah, yeah, they done knocked out the fact. Somebody told me to get somewhere and sit my old butt down, so I ain't gonna call their name. So that's what I'm doing.
Who said
You know
that?
who that? You know who that is too. He kind of fazed me a little bit, but I ain't gonna call his name. So
Right,
that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting down.
right.
I can't
Man.
I can't do I can't do no more foot racing. I can't do nothing no more. It just done took all the fun out of it.
But you said on was this before you left that you was doing 530s?
70s, 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 not 30s, man.
I'm sorry, five
570s.
seventies. My bad.
Yes, ma'am.
570s.
Yes, yes, yes. Now I wish I did go 530s in that car. Probably be capable if I'd have put some of them slicks on it like everybody was
Them
running, but then
round slicks like
just
black
yeah,
flag sale.
yeah, black flags, yeah. That way I wouldn't have to cut it down as much. But You know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to do, but like I say, I ended up figuring out, you know, have to do a bunch of time and management and good nitrous controllers and you know stuff like that, and good shots. You know, reset up. You know, end up having to go with some radio valve shocks and stuff on it. You know, you had to do some whole bunch of changing up to get it there. Mhm.
Well, I don't think it's fair for you to sell the car and then not build nobody else's car. I think you need to at least help these people out and build some cars.
No, well, if somebody called me and asked for advice, I give them advice. But really, another thing too, I really, you know, my eyesight ain't that good anymore, and it
Mhm.
frustrates me that I can't really see, and that makes me not want to do anything too, you know. And then, like you said, I can't do no lifting and stuff, so I'd have to get somebody else to help me. And basically, I like working by myself. You know, I be up all in the middle of the night out there working. You know, once I get started on something, I don't like to stop till I'm finished. And you know, even though I get out there and drive on the road, I come in, get right on the car, work on it all day and night, sleep a couple hours, and you know, and head back to work, then come in and get right back on it. So that's how I was doing that. 'Cause that's basically how I do anything. Same thing
Right.
with that Mustang that I had, that chassis car. I built it in a month. You know, a guy made me a bet that I couldn't build it, and we made a bet, and I built it in a month. Same thing. Went to the wrecking yard and bought me a body, cut it, cut the body out and put chassis in it. Had the car running. That was at the track in a month. But I worked day and night on it. I just, that's just how, anything I do, that's just me. I am not going to, quit working on it till it's done. But like I say, you come up with with a lightweight show car class, and I'll be in it.
So you sold a Mustang too?
Yep, Mustang sold. They picked the Regal up last weekend. They came and picked the Regal up, so it's
I'm just
gone.
gonna I'm just gonna express my disappointment about you selling that Regal. I'm really
Well,
really
it wasn't doing
upset.
nothing. It wasn't doing it but sitting out there in the trailer because I wasn't touching it. I said I was stupid. hmm Yeah, so
Do
they
you
came and
remember
got
what
it.
your record was?
On the Regal, no, because I'm trying to see. Let me think of how many times I got whooped. Let's see. Dallas whooped me. He expressed that to you. Dallas
Yeah.
whooped me. D whooped me. Uh, I think his name is Rock with D crew.
Hmm.
They whooped me. I I figure I probably got about 12 good butt whoopings out of that. Now, after I got it, after I got the car straightened out where it was to run consistent, that was a no loss record. Then once I got it straight, but when it was in the tuning stages, yeah, they did whoop me until I got it running consistent, and I think that's when I won the last three. I think those the I think it was the last three events that they had in a row. The last three shootouts. So I gave a lot of whoopings out in them shootouts. So, I went back. Now they was leaving first because I ain't gonna cut a light, but they couldn't stay out there. I come right on around them.
Hmm.
Uh huh.
So you
And
went
so
it. So you went
even
and got them.
yo yeah. That wasn't a problem there. I say I had enough nitrous on there. I make sure I'm gonna come get you because I wasn't worrying about blowing. If I blowed, I come home, tear it apart, and be right back the next day. I got plenty of spare parts. So
So you went out on a winning record,
yes,
man.
yeah. I went out winning, so that was a good thing.
You know, Savvy. I don't know if you remember. Savvy used to be with Dumpmaster and them. He used to be on the Skittle Pack, and Savvy talked about this thing called racing purist. And I feel like you're a racing purist, meaning that you just want to race. You not
Yeah.
out, like you said, they out here trying to be social media famous and out here trying to do things for clout, not really building the cars because they are into cars or things like that. You really just wanted to get out and race. And like you said, you used to race bicycles when you were a kid, then you raced motorcycles, then you did bracket racing, then
Hmm.
you did big rim racing. Like, so you're just a racing purist.
Yeah. 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 I have to say,
And I feel
I,
like we need more of those.
well, I think all of us about on the downhill side now. We about up out of here, you know.
You think
That's a
so?
dying breed. Oh yeah, yeah, that's a dying breed. Yeah, so I don't think it's too many more. They say, I don't know how much time we got left, but I'm gonna enjoy it. And I'm gonna keep on being, try to be happy all the time and talk with the folks. But the new generation, all of that's gone now. You know,
Hmm.
yes, everybody wants to be recognized for everything. Everything you do, they want a pat on the back. They can't just do something for you, and not be recognized. They're gonna have to post. If they buy you a sandwich, they're gonna have to post on the internet that they bought you a sandwich. You know, if I
Right.
do something for you, I don't care. I do it because I want to. If I don't want to do it, I'm gonna tell you I'm not gonna do it, and that's it. And when I say I'm not gonna do it, it'll need you come back asking me because I'm not gonna do it. I said what I said.
And I can really vouch for you being that type of person because when I
Yeah,
tell you when I was in Texas,
yeah.
you made sure you took care of me. I was like, man, Big Slack trying to make me stay in Texas.
How? No, no, no. Look, you gotta stay down there where you at. You come down here, you gotta be causing some trouble around here.
Hey,
Hmm.
man, listen, you was like, you all right? You all right? And because you knew I
Oh yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
with that heat. I was not with that Texas heat.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, I can the heat. I can stand the heat. I don't like the cold.
Because it
Hmm.
don't never really get, well, I guess it did because y'all had that year where it was snowing and that black ice made all them people have them crashes on
Yeah.
the highway.
Oh yes. Well, that's because they can't drive.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Most of them, when they need to slow down, they go in faster. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So, how do you feel about your son being in racing?
I like it. Yeah, yeah, I like it. He one of them quiet lip talkers. He don't do like me. He kind of sneaky. You got to watch him when he go to talking lip. He be kind of sneaky. He gonna say something kind of smart to you and look at you and laugh and walk off. I'm gonna stay there and keep on agitating.
I agree. Knowing him, I do agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I said, so how he is. He got a little. He do me the same way. Me and him done race too. No matter what, we done race motorcycles. And race the big wheel. He's competitive, and he ain't gonna make no excuse because I'm his daddy, and I'm not gonna make no excuse like he my son. We line up. You just like anybody else. I'm trying to get that win, like. And that's the way.
So who's
I want him to earn it.
who's got the most wins when it comes to you and him?
But I don't know if he on here. I said you could ask him.
I think he is
Who's
on here,
look?
but I
Who's
wanted to
the
hear you
fastest?
say it.
Look, who's the fastest on feet? I think I am.
You the fastest on feet. You don't beat him on feet.
Well, I said ask him. I think I'm the fastest on feet. I'm thinking. I'm thinking back when we was racing motorcycles. I believe I did have to chastise him on the motorcycles. I don't know. I may be wrong because I'm kind of old. My memory may need to be refreshed. And I think when we actually lined up with the pickup truck against the Regal, I think he got whooped on that too. But I don't know. I don't want to boast about it.
Okay. Okay. All right. If you could give someone looking to get into racing, whether it be motorcycle, bracket racing, big rim racing,
Mhm.
he said you're up one on him.
That's what he say
Yeah.
on the cars.
He didn't say. He just said you're up one on him.
Okay, I was just trying to think. I'm thinking when bowling too. I forgot about that. I
Oh,
think I'm up.
bowling.
Yeah, I think I'm up on bowling. And I believe when we went to the bowling alley one night, we foot raced out there in front of the bowling alley, and I think he got run around too. But I don't know.
So y'all just a competitive family.
Yes, yes, that's it. We just having fun here.
So if you could give somebody a piece of advice looking to get into racing, what would be your best advice to give them?
Set you decide on what type of racing you want to do, and a budget, definitely a budget, and just do all your homework first on what do you want, what size motor, what type of car, rims and tires, and see what puts you. Just make you out a list of what it is that you want to do, and that way you got to see if you're gonna be able to afford what you want to do.
Right.
Everybody got big ideas, but they can't afford it. If you got big ideas and a small pocketbook, you don't need to race. Now, I'm just gonna tell
I think that's with
it's not
anything with
cheap.
these cars.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying it's not cheap. Everybody want to race, but they don't want to put the time and the money into it. They want to go the cheap way, and you ended up spending two, three, four times if you just waited, saved your money, and bought the best part to start out with, than trying to go cheap. I'm gonna just do this just to get by, and then do it one time and be through. And it took me a long time to learn that too, because I wanted to race so bad. I would just do whatever it took just to get me to the track.
Right.
And people would laugh at me because I would go around to everybody's shop and get everybody throwaway stuff they got in the trash they throwing away, and that's how I put my car together.
Hmm.
And everybody would laugh at it because you know they had better parts, but then I would go and get their old stuff, and I come back and whoop them with their old stuff to let them know it's not all about all the time having the best. It's about knowing what to do with what you got.
Right.
And another thing I learned, I'm not always the fastest, but I learned one thing: learn who you race. That's the reason why normally if you see when I get track, I be up on that starting line. The reason I'm up on the starting line, I don't care what you run. I'm watching your racing habits. So I know how you stage up. I know everything. Whoever my competitor is, I'm gonna learn my competitor. So everybody, has a routine or something that they do. Even I do. And I study whoever it is that I'm racing, and I always try to throw them out of their games. Change something up on them, you know. Change the routine up. Some people like to go in and stage first. Some people like to go in stage second. Some people like to go in there double bub. Everybody has a routine. So I study the routine, and all you got to do is throw them off the game. You throw a person off the game, and most of them, if you're not used to that, then you're not going to recover from it. But I'm used to people trying to stage long, So that's what you do. Learn your opponent. Most people, they don't want to watch the track. I go up there and read the track. Get you a thermometer. Go up there, read the track temperature. Find the best places, where the groove is at and stuff like that. You don't need 15 people up there trying to line you up. Everybody want to be up there doing something. You got a guy he want to open your doors, fan your doors, like he keeping you cool. That ain't doing that. Everybody want to look like they doing something. Play your role. I'm just telling the truth. You got a man that want to come by, he want to wipe the car. So that's his job. Let him do that. You got a man that want to come, he want to cook. You got a man that want to check the tire. I'm just saying, everybody has a role. Play your role. It may not be relevant, but it's big to them. So they just want to feel like So let them play their role. But it's like you see a lot of folks get up there. What do? Turn the nights. You got a guy, he come over there and turn your nights ball on. He do all this. You got folks to do a whole bunch of stuff. When I pull up the line, everything's on. I turn on my own nights ball, everything. When I purge back there at the trailer. I make sure I don't have my bottle pressure too high where I got to get up there and empty the ball out, purge it down. Everybody, you running the nitrous, all I need to do is get in that water box. I'm going to burn out, and I'm going to pull up there and stay. I ain't got to get in there, and I don't bang no motor, banging the nitrous. I don't do nothing. I'm just guessing nothing but a show. I know my
Right.
nights work. Yeah, when I come up there, I know my nights is wrong, and I know everything works because I check everything before I come up there. Now,
Right.
every now and then you something have a mishap, but but like I say, bunch of it is just a show.
You're right. Everybody wanna go to the Super Bowl, but don't nobody wanna go to practice.
That's right. That's right. But I sure be glad when you get your car.
Me?
You get your car together. Let me see. If you, I'm trying to say, 'cause I ain't gonna discriminate on you women. I
I'm
whoop a
not
woman too. So
racing. I'm not racing, so you ain't gotta.
well, well, you saving yourself. But look, I whoop a woman too. I ain't gonna discriminate. I
But
know
you ain't
you
got no
building a
big
car.
rim no more.
I go. I may have to go and borrow one. But with you and that other lady, bossy do, she got a car. Boy, y'all will make me come out of time with the whoop because I don't like the way y'all be cutting y'all eyes looking at me.
You
So I'll
you
tell.
trying to get me? I ain't even done that.
Yeah. Now I'm just letting you know, y'all don't get a pass from me.
I didn't do
You
anything.
women
I'm
racers,
not trying to race
yeah.
nobody.
Well, I'm just letting you know, these women racers, I'm gonna treat them. I'm gonna treat you just like a man. hmm
My
I'm not gonna discriminate.
my car just gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be. It might be fast, but I'm not racing.
Okay.
Much money as it
Well,
took
me.
me to get this car together, I am not gonna risk messing the car up.
Well, me and you can car show then.
Okay, we'll car show together. How about that?
Yeah. I'm gonna put. I got a '72 Chevelle gonna be out here in a little bit.
I
So
can't wait.
me and you can car show whatever category you want to do. Interior, outside, under the hood, undercarriage, whatever class you want me to compete in with you. That's what I do.
Somebody asked if you remember Boogaloo on racing on bikes.
Was he at Yellow Belly?
I don't know. I think he might have been out of Miami.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, most time folks I have to see, either
hmm
see the face or the yeah,
So you
yeah,
said you would not build another big rim car.
no, no,
I can't
no.
believe they made you hate big rim racing that much where you sold your car and now you're done.
No, I don't hate it. It's just not fun anymore.
Right.
Yep, I like racing, but I'm saying if it's not fun, don't do it. If you
hmm
can't have fun, don't do it. So I don't care to do it anymore.
I tell people
hmm
that too. One thing I did say is when it's no longer fun for me, I won't do anything when it comes to the car world anymore. Like even the show. This show, I've been doing my show um for since 2019, right?
Yeah,
But the way the internet is now, like you said earlier, everybody wants to be relevant. Everybody everybody wants I think I feel like so many people want to be social media famous. Like everybody wants to be everybody wants to be famous, but for me, I just want to be comfortable, be able to take care of my family and things like that. I really don't I wouldn't care if I had one follower on social media. But like
yeah,
you said, it's like that now too with the racers. Like I remember going to the track and chopping it up with the racers. Like you've known me for some time now. I've been all over the country to races, and I remember just sitting up talking to the racers. Everybody cooking, everybody eating. It really felt like a family reunion.
yeah,
And now, I mean, some people are the same that I know, without having to call any names of the camps or the racers or just the people at the track. But now some people are just so different. And like you said, it does take the fun out of it.
yeah, yes.
So, what's next for you?
Wait on you to get your car built so we can compete at the car show. It, it,
Listen,
it, it,
don't be messing
is
with
it
me.
going
You know what you could
is it
do? You send me some money
Yes,
and
sir.
I get it done. Listen, if you want to go ahead and compensate the rest of that money, I'll get it. It'll be done in 3 months.
Well, can't, I can't, I, I can't stay on this podcast what I want to say about that, about cause if I go to sending some money, that must be meaning that I'm finna start tricking, and I'm too old for that. Mm-hmm. Cause boy, Miss KP, if I got to start sending some money, it's gonna be some requirements that you ain't gonna want to fulfill. So I don't think you want my money.
God. Oh God, I'm done. I,
Hey, hey, I work I work hard for my money. Yeah, they say pimping ain't easy. Hey, pimping ain't easy. You be doing some strange things with this change.
I'm
Mhm.
trying to stop laughing.
Hey, well, I'm trying to tell you, you don't want to get me cranked up. You better leave me alone.
I'm not. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm leaving.
Okay. That's all right. We get back to the live, 'cause they'll be cutting your live off.
Okay. So, so let's talk about. You say you got a 72 Chevelle coming.
Yes, ma'am.
How long before we can see the Chevelle?
And I hope before the end of the year. Only thing it needs now is finishing the body work, 'cause it was wrecked, and so I just got to finish the little body work and repaint it. So that's about it. Then I have to go buy me another set of rims, some 24s or some 22s to put on it, because right now it just has 18s and 20s, So if they come up with that lightweight class, then I got to have some 22s or 24s, I put on it just to be able to run in a car show class. That's what I wish they would have, something like a car show class or something, so those guys could have something to do, because they don't have nothing to do other than just come to the track and just show their cars, and that's it. Some of them kind of, maybe like to get out there and go down the track in their cars and stuff like that too.
So you think they should make a racing car show class?
Well, I'm saying, it's like a lot of, I'm saying that give them something to do, some little class.
That would be
It's not,
dope.
they feel it's not nothing look like a big payout or nothing. If a guy want to get in there, maybe have $100 entry fee or something. Because, just to enter, your car, you running this class, and it'd be, like you say, make up a class with the rules, AC, full interior, music, stuff. I'm saying actual car, just a car show class, not a race car. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of have, some kind of rules, and if it fit the rules, let them get in there.
That's a really good idea. You should put that together.
No,
You should put that
yeah,
together
no,
next time, or at least propose that to like the people who have races where you are. That's a good
yeah,
idea.
yeah, yeah.
If I can
And
have a
then
car
like
show, I'm gonna have to get you to organize that.
you and the thing about it, you know, I would be willing to do, like little sponsorship stuff, like trophies and stuff. 'Cause I used to put on little races, and I would sponsor, trophies and uh, some to pay out, little stuff like that. I'm not trying to say this gonna be a $20,000 race, but hell, I may put a $500,000 on the race and give a trophy. So, what I'm saying, just something, you know, just for the races, and that's the kind of stuff that I used to would do, have a race, a weekly race
That's
program.
that's
But
actually really good though. That's a great
hmm
idea. You're gonna have to do that.
yeah,
We're gonna have to talk about
I
that.
don't,
We're gonna talk about that.
okay, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll talk about. Don't give away your idea. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh, well, I'm sure somebody else has thought about it. They just may not have implemented it yet.
Yeah, well, we're going to implement it. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, you're right.
So,
And then, like
so
I said, I think it would be a good thing, for, a show car class.
right.
Yep. And then, maybe Oklahoma can get a win.
Oh, Lord. Marv, he keep on messing with you if you on here. So,
Yeah,
those were all my
that's my buddy.
questions. Those were
Okay.
all my questions. Is there anything else you want everybody to know before we get out of here?
No, like I say, my Instagram is what is the showstopper 84 underscore 84. So, if
Hmm.
anybody got any questions or something, they can ask me. I don't mind helping anybody with anything. If I don't know it, I'll try to find it for you, the answer to what you would ask it.
Yeah, because you definitely gave me some answers tonight that I didn't want to really hear about like
Yeah.
that.
I told you not to ask. If you don't want to know, don't
Oh my God, I definitely got to put that clip up when I Big Slack. I appreciate you, bro. This was such a fun interview, and you really, really, really talked some real stuff. Like I feel like you really said some stuff that a lot of people who race big rim, no matter what type of racing they do, they should have heard what you said. So when it goes up on YouTube, hopefully they'll go back and look at it and listen to what you had to say because you really had some valid points.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Well, I appreciate you for having me on.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your night.
Okay, well, I got to get out on this road now.
Okay, well, be safe out there.
Okay, all right then, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you. So, guys, if y'all missed any of tonight's interview with Big Slack, aka on Instagram, his name is the Showstopper84. Make sure you go back and watch the replay on YouTube. I should have it uploaded shortly. Now, if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, click the link in my bio and go subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can catch up on tonight's episode if you did not see it, if you missed any part of it, or you can catch up on any of the past episodes of Rise and Vibes. We've been doing this since 2019. So make sure you go do that. I will see you guys next Tuesday, again at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Rise and Vibes. Have a good night.